But this is pack 1, pick 1 of our second draft. I think we'll take Dreadhorde Twins. It's an uncommon as well. But so is Paradise Druid. Ooh. So nothing in this pack is as good as Casmina. Obnix, This Is Cruelty is close. Then maybe Band Together's just behind that. And then like the gold cards. But I can't imagine anyone would disagree with us taking Casmina here.
It's us or them.
So we'll take a Casmina. This is an interesting one. Kashmina outside, how about that? So there's no red. There's Tamio's Epiphany. But there's also Spark Harvest and Tyrant Scorn. I think Spark Harvest is the pick. And Bad Magic agrees. Yeah. I think it is Spark Harvest here. Don't want to take Tyrant Scorn over Spark Harvest, because we might end up black-red or something. Okay, what's in this pack? So, Lazotep Reaver, I think, is probably the safer pick. Although Heartfire is good. Yeah, Reeves. Reeves the Reaver. I mean, when we battled commons against each other, we did decide Reaver was the best card in the set, so. Also, that card went through the washing machine. The one we battled with. So now it's well and truly. But it's still intact. It survived the washing machine. So that should demonstrate just how hardy that card is. Okay, so no red or blue cards to pull me away from black. I think we just take Spark Reaper. We have a Lazotep Reaver already. Spark Reaper's pretty good in red-black. Next pack is pretty medium. Don't want Wall of Runes or Goblin Assailant. Don't want any of the green cards. We'll take one of the black cards. You think Thirst? I don't really rate Thirst. But I think it's probably better than Opportunist here. We'll see. Okay, next pack again. The blue card is underwhelming. The red card does go with what we're doing. I don't think we want Banehound whatever happens. Any disagreement with Manticore? I don't think. Yeah, Manny the Manticore. But then we have this pack. So if we end up blue-black, Kiora's Dambreaker is pretty okay. I don't like. Well, we're not playing Invade. Not taking Invade the City. I don't even like the card. Could take. So it's a second Sorin's Thirst or Kiora's Dambreaker in case we end up blue-black. I think I like having a Dambreaker more than I'd want a second Sorin's Thirst in either deck. But I'm willing to be swayed off that decision. But I got the go-ahead. So Behemoth or Strix. I don't think we're going to end up blue-red. None of these cards are particularly blue-ready. So I guess I'll just take a Behemoth and slot it in the side. Nah, we can get Behemoths. We'll take Strix just in case something weird happens. So again, pack with nothing particularly interesting going on. Like, could just take Iron Bully in case we run out of playables, or Stealth Mission in case we do end up blue. But again, don't really like Stealth Mission on its own. Just doing nothing. We'll take Bully. It's a bit more flexible. Goblin Assault Team is a red card, I guess. Aid the Fallen if we... Ooh, we have Casmina, so if we do end up blue-black, I like having an Aid the Fallen. Skulker. This is where we'll take a Skulker. Unplayable little sloth. Okay, so ooh. Okay. So, Enter the God Eternals versus Kaya, Bane of the Dead. This is a toughie. I think It's probably Enter the God Eternals, right? I mean, we are black for sure. We are black for sure, and Kaya is good. But I guess we do have the Amass synergy, and it kills a creature. And I don't really think at this point we are going to be red. Dreadhorde Twins invading Manticore, who cares? I can't imagine the bots let Kaya wheel. Oh. Could Kaya have just not been in the next pack or something? What else is in this pack? We might get Callous Dismissal or Thunder Drake back or Spark Reaper. We'll take Enter the God Eternals. Ooh, okay. So, I like Aven Eternal here. Unless anyone has any strong opinions otherwise. If you have just joined us, you are watching. You've watched before for the first time. We're just drafting some War of the Spark. Going to be drafting for a few hours this evening. If you do like the content you end up watching, if you would click follow, it would be much appreciated. But otherwise, I'm just glad you're here and watching the stream. I'm going to take Aven Eternal, and Bad Magic agrees with me. Second Eternal? I don't see any reason not to take a second Eternal. Obviternal. Ooh, more cards. So I don't like Liliana's Triumph. That's definitely true. We don't like Liliana's Triumph. I do like... do I like Narset in this deck? So Spark Harvest, we have an Aid the Fallen, we have a Sorin's Thirst, we have a Kasmina, we have Enter the God Eternals. Am I crazy for wanting to take Narset? It's like Narset or maybe Dreadmalkin, I think. But we don't have... Ooh, we do have a fair few token makers. Narset or Dreadmalkin? So what makes tokens? Lazotep Reaver makes tokens, 2 Aven Eternals make tokens, Kasmina makes 2/2s that are probably a bit big to feed to Dreadmalkin. But it is quite threatening. But Narset's another Planeswalker to get back with Aid the Fallen, which I kind of like. I'll take Narset. I haven't really played with it much in Limited yet, so we'll take it for interest. Bad Magic says Narset as well. Glad we're in agreement. Don't think there's any reason to take Guild Globe. I think the ship sailed on the Manticore and the Dreadhorde Twins. Yeah, we're going to take Spellkeeper Weird. I think we might put this Strix in, because we're starting to pick up non-creature spells. Cool. Well, I think this is a Augur of Bolas. I really enjoy looking at the top 3 cards in my library and putting them on the bottom. So, here we go. We'll switch to Curve View, because the deck was getting longer than the sidebar. We'll take Herald of the Dreadhorde, I think. Herald of the Dreadhorde. So this pack, we can take a Vampire Opportunist or a Tithe Bearer Giant. Seeing as we're blue-black, Kiora's Dambreaker is my preferred 6-drop. So I think we'll just take a 2 to have another 2. Ooh, the Thunder Drake came back out of this pack. We get to pick up a giant out of this pack anyway. We'll take a second Strix, but don't know whether we're going to end up playing it. Dreadmalkin came back, which I like. Charmstray can go in here. Topple the statue can do the same. So, what's in this pack? We've got Vizier of the Scorpion, which I think is going to be the pick over this Aven Eternal. Although I do really rate Aven Eternal. Bad Magic says we're Vizier too. That's alright then. Cool. This pack... Don't think I want a second Aid the Fallen. I have loads of Zombas. I do have loads of Zombas. I think we're going to take Thunder Drake, though, out of this pack. Just to round us out a bit more. And maybe we'll get the Spark Reaper back. Ooh. Okay, we finally... Well, finally. Having passed on a pack 2 pick 1 Kaya, which we took Enter the God Eternals over, we get our Kaya now. Kaya. Okay, so kind of regret not taking the second Aid the Fallen. because I'm kind of in to live the ASHIOK meme. Any objections to taking ASHIOK? Any strong opinions? I'm going to take that. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm waiting. I am waiting. While I'm waiting for Bad Magic, the Amass spell, I'm not taking Relentless Advance. I refuse to take Relentless Advance over ASHIOK. Nah, disagree. Disagree. I think ASHIOK is overrated, but I just really don't like Relentless Advance. Really don't like it. Especially because we have things to be doing with the 1/1s rather than putting +3/+3 on them. Like we can feed them to Spark Reaper, etc. Dread Malkin. The Zero the Scorpion lets you block them off. I'm just going to take ASHIOK because this is my channel. Yeah.
Terror and horror are the ingredients of the perfect meal.
Well, that's terrifying. This pack is a lot less interesting. Do we just want a second Spellgorger weird to just sit our Planeswalkers behind? Probably. A Spellkeeper weird even. Erratic Visionary I'll take. So, what's in this pack? Still not splashing, so don't want Guild Globe. We can enter 3 times. We can enter 4 times with Aid the Fallen. So we could take Dovin. I haven't been particularly impressed by Dovin. You think Dovin? I mean, it's not like we're taking Dovin over much.
Would be so foolish.
Just drafting Dimir Super Friends. We'll take Spark Reaper. Dovin and Kasmina. Yeah, I guess that's true. Just never ever get to play removal. We might want Sorin Search just to pick off small flyers to protect our Planeswalkers. Ooh, we get a second Aid the Fallen. Don't really want to be playing Behemoth. I think we can cut ASHIOK Skulker at this point. I might cut Tidebearer Giant. This deck is sweet. This is going to be a fun deck. I can feel it in my bones. Alright, let's build this deck. What are we cutting? I don't think Dread Malkin's doing what I want to be doing. In your plums. You can feel it in your jellies. We have 5 Planeswalkers in this deck. Yeah, this deck is a delight. So what does Augur do? Instant or sorcery? How many instants or sorceries do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodbye, Augur of Bolas. I like our 3s. Could probably get away with cutting a Spark Reaper. Ooh. Do we? Could cut a Spellkeeper. We have Enter the God Eternals to rebuy. And we want to protect Planeswalkers. I like that, actually. Maybe we do just want ASHIOK Skulker still. So our 2s, what do we have? Visionary, Strix, Reaver, Opportunist I think we can cut. We could probably cut a... We have 2 Sorin Thirsts. Maybe we do cut a weird... So. How does this deck win? Oh, ASHIOK. ASHIOK is how this deck wins. Yeah, that's the plan. So in that case, I think we do want both Spellkeeper Weirds to rebuy Aid the Fallens. Light Downbreaker with all the Planeswalkers. Skulker doesn't do much. Thunder Drake, how often are we going to be double spelling? Not super frequently, but it makes me feel better about cutting a Strix, that we have 2 2/3 flyers. Not often, but sometimes we might like play 2 2s. Then we can cut 1 Sorin's Thirst, right? What's our colour split like? 14, 11. But we have a triple black card. I think I might cut an island for a swamp. Which seems weird, but we have a triple black card, and we want mana for Sorin's Thirst. Like, we do need double blue for Enter, but we still have 8 sources. Do we have any card draw? Casmina filters. Narset digs but doesn't hit lands. Spark Reaper. Yeah, I think this is okay. This deck looks sweet. Okay, we'll go for our first game with blue-black. Blue-black Super Friends. Blue-black Super Friends playing against Sylar. Sylar, whoever they are. So, this is a hand. This is a keepable hand. 2 swamps away from Kaya, but we'll draw them eventually. And there's one of them. Told you we'd draw them eventually. Here is an erratic visionary to lead off the proceedings. Martyr for the Cause is fine. Presumably just bounces off Reaper indefinitely. Definitely just making Reaper this turn. We've got a potential window to double spell with Reaper plus something after Thunder Drake's in play. Legionnaire, okay. Is opponent going to come in? This could be interesting. Because if opponent comes in with both, we block the Martyr with the 2/3, I think. If opponent just comes in with Legionnaire, I think we take it. Oh yeah, Samba Sprint's fine, but if we put like Reaper on Martyr, at least we're just trading Sprint for Reaper rather than this surviving and having a counter. Sorry, that having a counter and killing. So if come in with both, I don't just want to like randomly take 4 for no reason. I don't want to put a 1. Could just put a 1/3 on the 2/2 actually. I kind of like that. Because then if opponent wants to spend their trick still trades for Visionary. Because if it is Samet Sprint, neither of our creatures survive combat. Yeah, that's okay. I think that was the best thing to do there. Ooh, there's a double spell. Not in the business of blocking with the Spark Reaper. Am I going to be in the business of blocking with Visionary? Well, I'm not blocking with Thunder Drake, so yes. So yes. Let's see what happens. If anyone's watching the stream and is new to the stream, we do now have follow notifications set up. At least I assume so. I twiddled around the Streamlabs earlier today, so we'll see whether that's true or not, which is also the reason for little follower goal in the corner. Don't really achieve anything out of that goal, but it's nice to have goals, right? And 10's pretty good already. We've got double digits. Legitimate. What's this? Samet Sprint. Yeah, they had it. Cool. So Sprint trades for Visionary, which I'm happy with. Oh no, am I lying? It says you've followed Bad Magic. Maybe because I assume you unfollowed and then immediately refollowed. It didn't like it. Did it work? It didn't work for me. Wait, what's happening? Oh, it's our turn. We've drawn Aven Eternal. We're still just double spelling. It's okay. We'll just have to eventually attract somebody new. Jamming with both. Opponent might have Divine Arrow, but if they do, no well. Goodbye, Drake. It's not like we're double spelling again anytime soon. Yeah, we're in a much better position because there's no Sprint on Legionnaire. You could always just go and make an alt account, that's how it works, right? Martyr for the Cause is coming in. Do I want to double block it? Yes. Let's get my double block on. Especially with Aid the Fallen in the deck. I guess we'd be Aid the Fallen back Thunder Drake. And every trick opponent uses to keep Martyr for the Cause alive is a trick that's not making this Legionnaire better than a Grizzly Bear. So, yeah, opponent Defiant strikes onto the Legionnaire. And they do top and draw a card. But yeah, this is fine. So opponent does get to proliferate to make a 5-4. But as long as opponent doesn't do anything too threatening, eventually we're going to be able to just Kaya the Legionnaire away. I'm tempted to just play nothing and spend the turn blocking and eating the zombie to try and hit land drops. And just get in for 3 in the meantime. I think that's fine. Because it's not like Eternal or Weird get to do much. And this means we... Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. We get to kill Jaya, I suppose. So, that's actually fine. Yeah, opponent is going to attack into the 1-1. We block it. Doesn't have trample, does it? No. So block, Spark Reaper, yes. Eat the zombie. Draw land. Lovely. Just as planned. Then I imagine Kaya kills the Strix. But we still get to put Jaya to 1 with the Reaper. Sorin's Thirst. Does that do anything? No, but it is a reason to not tap out of black mana. So Reaper goes after Kaya. This costs 3, right? Yeah. Ooh. So we do just... we could just take a hit. I don't think there's any reason to play Spellkeeper first, though. And we'll pass. Go ahead. This is target creature, yeah. Cool. Cool. Eternal indeed. Rude, but that's okay. Maybe we block Eternal on the 4-4 and try to Thirst the Legionnaire. Although if we draw a Swamp, we just get to Kaya the Legionnaire, which is probably better. And opponent's attack. Opponent doesn't know we have Sorin's Thirst. I guess because we have the Kaya, it's probably okay to go for this. Ooh, it happens. Alright, you better stop again. Give me a thing. Please, priority, game. Alright, I'm a thirsty boy. Okay, so board's clear. We have a Kaya we can now deploy with impunity. We're just going to knock Jaya off the table. Opponent's at 13. We're not racing at this point. We'll just leave 3 mana up in case we need to sack Spark Reaper or something. Does opponent draw anything? No. Well, how am I supposed to... Ooh, never mind. We'll get in for 2 first. And then we'll deploy ASHIOK, the Dream Render. Okay, so just put 4 creatures into the opponent's graveyard. That's pretty good. Send them to the Shadow Realm. Or the Exile Zone, whichever you prefer. Whichever you prefer. Yep, opponent's looking at the weird ASHIOK OP, I know, right? It was just a 4-for-1, you saw that, right? That's how milling works. -1, achieve a 4-for-1. I guess we'll draw a card off the Spark Reaper. Draw another weird. That's pretty good. Still no reason to do much of anything. Minus ASHIOK on the opponent. There's another creature. Do we have anything that's sweet to get back yet? No. In that case, we'll just plink in for 1. It's kind of weird to be attacking on both axes, but I mean, shrug. Hey Darky, how's it going? Having a decent Sunday? Oh no, Nahiri, I regret everything. Thank you. Yeah, it is quite colourful, covered in the Pokemons. Alright, what are we doing? Well, we're not playing Kaya still. Yeah, this is fine. We have lethal in terms of ASHIOK activations. Kasmina.
Under my instruction, every
You're a wizard, Harry. Discard our non-Kaya card. You been up to much today, Darky? Okay, opponent explodes. So we finally got a win on the scoreboard for the day. So that's lucky. I just saw the resign icon and was like, yes, we should click that. No, let's not do that. Let's not select to resign. Alright, should we open another booster pack? Just because I can't resist. Yes, always yes. Alright. You have to let me know if the ASMR is too much, though. Because I'm opening it fairly close to the mic. Alright, what we got? Bring to trial. Ragdoll's Trumpeter. Spear Chucker, whatever it is. Sphinx's Insight. Boar. The 3/3 Afterlife. Skip to uncommons, okay. Sorry, is it not fast enough for you? Bankrupt in Blood. Some combat trick. Spallrat Clan Crusher. The Verity Circle. Guildgate. Foil Senate Courier. Alright, this is a keep. Oh, and we've got a Beast Token. Sick. Well, that pack was a bit of a whiff, wasn't it? Land go. So, Courier, Verity Circle. Here's a Strix. Yeah, didn't even get Petitioners this time. How are we supposed to build our Singleton deck if we don't keep opening Petitioners? Aid the Fallen. Oh, we didn't see that last game. Ooh, the Mirror. The Mirror. We'll make Eternal rather than Vizier, I think. Yeah, we definitely will. We just want to make an Air Force. Hopefully we draw land to start jamming Thunder Drakes. I suppose Vizier gets better when it's a 2/2. It depends what happens this turn, to be fair. The Mirror. So we don't draw the land. So I think we do play Vizier and just attack with Eternal and the 2/2. Right? What are we doing otherwise? I don't really want to spend my turn spark harvesting either of these cards. Just the 2/2, not the Eternal. I think we jam with both. If they want to, like, trade. I think this is fine. So, I mean, what's going to happen? Opponent trades, they have an Eternal for the 2/2 zombie. We trade... Yeah, then we can just, like, trade Vizier for their 1/1. This is okay. And I'd like even Eternal to get out of the air. Opponent just doesn't want to do anything with our creatures. That's okay then. What's opponent's 4-mana spell? Is it going to be a Thunder Drake? Look at opponent just having lands. Oh, Contentious Plan? I guess that's okay. I guess that's acceptable. What's next from our opponent? They pass. Okay, so this is interesting now. So I think we just play Lazotep Reaver and then attack. We could Spark Harvest, but I really don't want to. So we could just like not play anything. But that seems terrible. I think we play Lazotep Reaver pre. Ooh, opponent's got something. What costs 2 mana and would be bad for us? Does Unlikely Aid buff power? Is it like +2/+0 indestructible? I guess opponent can't kill both our creatures with it though. Maybe maybe if we thought they had something, we should have just sent with the 2/2s again. Then at least we would have got a Death Toucher after combat. Yeah, opponent has Unlikely Aid on their 2/2, I guess. Or they haven't read Teferi's Time Twist or something. Yeah, Unlikely Aid, sure. So I'm still fine with that exchange. Yep. So opponent has unlocked the achievement 5 mana. So all the exciting 5 mana plays are now available to them. Ooh, Relentless Advance. See, Ash, this is why Relentless Advance is bad. I don't care that this hits me for 5. I guess if I draw land. Well, we don't draw land. So I guess we definitely are going to Spark Harvest this. Oh. Reaver is a zombie, but it's not a zombie token. But I think we are still just going to Spark Harvest. And we're going to sacrifice Vizier. Wait. To do it. And then we're going to Aid the Fallen. And the question... Oh, we should have done it on the Reaver. I'm bad. Darn. We should have sacrificed Reaver. Because then we could have Aid the Fallen, the Aven Eternal, and still had a Vizier, and the token would have had Death Touch. And I'm going to do this so we have a play, just in case we don't draw land again. Yeah, we should have sacrificed the Reaver there, even though it's got 1 more toughness. Because our plan was to play Aid the Fallen to get back the Eternal to maybe have a play next turn, the 1/1 that comes off the Amass would then still have Death Touch, which would make it better at, I imagine, interacting with the big things opponents likely to be doing now. Like if they jam a Kiora's Dambreaker or a Tidebearer Giant, it's going to be a little sad. The opponent just didn't play anything, though. So I guess we're just going to attack with both. I don't think there's anything they could be flashing in. What is your hand? Is it just like premium removal? I'm just not playing anything worth killing. That might be what's happening. Not sure. Not sure. Oh, of course. Opponent just didn't want to play anything into their Massacre Girl. How silly of me. Okay, so we finally draw land. So we're not playing Casmina. No, sir. Are we? No, we're just going to play a Thunder Drake, I think. So, Massacre Girl takes 4 attacks to kill us. Yeah. We're just going to play Drakes and try and race. I mean, what can you do, right? Massacre Girl is strong. Massacre Girl is strong. No blocks, because I can't blocks. Yup, yup, yup. Yup, yup, yup. Agreed. Okay, so we draw a Dambreaker of our very own Dambreaker. Opponent has 3 cards and isn't doing anything still. Are they just flooding? If opponent is just flooding, does that mean we play Kia Kasmina? And like go for a double block? And like make Massacre Girl attack Kasmina? Maybe. We're going to attack first, see what happens to this Thunder Drake. Let's see what happens. Opponent has some card. Apparently. Oh, they just have Cruelty, okay. So that makes me want to... That makes me want to just play Herald. Does it? No. It makes me want to play another Thunder Drake. Well, at least we know that a double block would have been a blowout. So I'm glad we didn't. Yeah. Ow, I'm at 7. Skulker. Jeez. Land. Okay. So what are our options here? Play Kasmina. So we need to kill. Skulker must die. Basically, is the order of the day. So maybe we need to start digging. And Kasmina lets us make a 2/2. So we have a double block for Massacre Girl.
Unity is necessary.
What do we draw? Spellkeeper Weird. Spellkeeper Weird's kind of slow. Don't do that, but yeah, catch you in a bit, bad magic. So, Spellkeeper, Herald, or Dambreaker discarding. Spellkeeper Weird makes opponent have to pay mana into Skulker, and eventually it does get back Spark Harvest. So I think I'll discard Herald. Because we can't really beat removal. So there's no point kind of assuming that this splitting into another creature will be relevant. Because Menace and Unblockable will just kill us. If opponent has like any removal spell in the format, basically. Because they all cost 5 or less. They all cost 5 or less. And that means for the low price of 5 or less mana, you can win the game, opponent. This card doing work. Spark Harvest, yeah. So for the low cost of 5 mana, we did indeed die. Oh, it cost them... wait. Why was opponent able to Spark Harvest and make Skulker unblockable there? Did I miss something? Is Kasmina like instants? Kasmina, what does she do? Spells your opponent's cast that target a creature or planeswalker you control cost 2 more to cast. Yes, that should have cost 7. That's kind of annoying, but whatever, we'll play another game. Might have to have a look back at that, see if I was missing anything. I don't think I was, though, right? We just had a Kasmina, they had a Spark Harvest, it targeted our 2/3, so it should have cost 7. They had 9 lands. Oh well. Oh well. I will, however, make another drink while we are waiting for the queue to pop. Just making it a little bit of a mess as well. Luckily, I just went on a playmat rather than the cards we've opened. Guy Dude Man is our opponent. So another reasonable hand, like it curves. Sky Theater Strix has definitely been underwhelming. but nothing terrible. Opponent bottoms off the scry as well, which means they didn't get what they were looking for. Which, as mean as it sounds, always makes me a little bit happy. Should have led on Swamp, but it won't matter because we can't draw Swamp Sorin's Thirst in one draw step anyway. So, in the grand scheme of things, can confirm irrelevant to do that there. So opponent is blue-white. No reason to be mana inefficient, especially with a Thunder Drake in hand, so we're just going to run out the Reaper. Just making a 2-3. Prison Realm. Okay, what's going in the box? I'd like to draw our 4th land here. Would very much like to draw a 4th land. Okay, so it's like a 4th land, but is an Aether Fallen. Can't win them all. Opponent gets their 4th land and has a Jace. Okay. Okay, so how much loyalty does Jace have? 5. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? I guess we have Spark Harvest. I don't really like opponent drawing more cards off Jace, but I don't think we can spend a whole turn Spark Harvesting it when we can just play Eternal and just knock it down to 3. We may come to regret this. But if we don't draw land, we can still Spark Harvest the zombie onto the Jace. I think. Or if opponent plays a creature, we can Spark Harvest the creature and kill the Jace. Hopefully the opponent just makes a 5-drop. Some sort of big, dumb 5-drop creature. Would I accept Wanderer's Strike? Wouldn't accept Wanderer's Strike, actually, because then Jace would survive. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's draw a land. Awkward. But I guess Wanderer's Strike did just trade for an... No! Well. Lol. Lol indeed. Well, I guess what has to happen here then, because we're not getting to play our Thunder Drake this turn, is... Wait, if... Yeah, it doesn't make a difference, actually. We get 1 power before or after, so... Yeah. Quiet, Jace. Jace is telling me about a lesson to be learned. The lesson is not to click around like this when you have an erratic visionary. Kind of playing the knife game with your permanents. Oh, hello, Ugin. Hello. Hello there. Yeah, whatever. Multiverse obeys you. Eugene. Eugene, I'm gone. Right then, let's send Strix at Ugin. Let's donk them. Bop. And we'll play a Drake. I feel like our opponent has played some pretty powerful spells this game. We would have been in alright shape had we been able to play Thunder Drake that turn. Although opponent would still have Jace and an Ugin. But I mean, look at this board. We only have 1 Spark Harvest as well, right? No blocks. So there's a weird. We'll play weird. We'll hold this land. We'll send Strix after Eugene. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Especially if we just never kill any of these 2/2s. Okay, let's draw a card and discard a card. We'll Visionary on purpose this time. Another weird. So what are we spending mana on? 2, 3 is Spark Harvest. So 3 is Spark Harvest. So we can't. I think we just discard land. Okay, we drew Herald of the Dread Horde. I think we just have to kill Ugin now. Give me Spark Harvest, please. And then Spark Harvest, sacrificing a creature, target Ugin, sacrifice Strix. I mean, tapping these is still a very big game. We're still under a lot of pressure. But I think it starts, if we're going to win this game, it starts by killing Ugin. Yeah, sure. Because, I mean, we get to slow... Steady on, opponent. Come on. Sending the message with the Teo's Light Shield attack there. So, no reason not to play Visionary. So, I guess we play land. We play... Thunder Drake. And then we're looking for land to be able to play Herald and Weird next turn. And we're still going to Visionary end of turn or when they choose to tap it. We're at 10 though, so we could just be dead. I haven't actually bothered counting. 2, yeah, no, we're just dead. Just dead. Luckily, with the Jace, Ugin, Sunblade, Angel Curve, and not enough Spark Harvests to go around, I don't think we were winning that game either way. So not a very winning evening for draft, but I suppose best of 1. We've played what? 6 games of draft so far? We've gone 2 and 4? No? That's a lie. We've gone 1 and 4. But that's something that can happen, right? Boosty, another Boosty. We've only got 2 Boosties left, Ash. Bad Magic even, whoever you are. Wooday is our opponent. Okay, so we're skipping straight to the uncommons. You didn't really miss much, to be fair. So what do we have here? We're on the draw. We have 2 lands, Reaver and Spells. We've got 8 blue sources in our deck, 33 cards, so 75% to not get there, and then 75 or 75 to not get there again. So that's like 50 something. So it's kind of a weighted coin flip. If we do hit our 3rd land, and then 4th land, well, we only need to hit an island. We'll keep. So the Boosty, Solana Wayfinder, Pitiless Pontiff, there, oh, that's a swamp. Consume, whatever. Is that like Warrant Warden? Yeah, Warrant Warden, Guildgate token, Swamp Go. So another disappointing Boosty. It's a good job we opened that foil Blood Crypt. Lazartep Reaver. Yep, Crawl Stinger. This is okay. So if we draw any land now, we get to make Herald of the Dreadhorde next turn. So still not in bad shape. Still not in bad shape. New Horizons on Stinger, yeah, sure, it's a 3-3. Still trades for a Herald of the Dreadhorde. We're not blocking it this turn. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. So. Still definitely playing Herald. Still definitely playing Herald. Bloom Hulk would be kind of awkward here. But Enter the God Eternal still will slay it if we draw an island. Otherwise, we'll play Casmina and look for some sort of block with some bodies. So we'll see what opponent wants to do here. We can't interact, so opponent's kind of just playing a game on this board. So I imagine they don't have a... Oh, Challenger Troll. Challenger Troll is fine, right? Opponent doesn't want to attack in. Opponent doesn't want to attack in. So Challenger Troll is awkward to block in and of itself, but we have 1/1s for days. Just have 1/1s for days. And we have Spark Harvest to draw to. So the question is, do we play Thunder Drake or Casmina? I think we play Casmina and start digging for Mananas. Yeah, so what are we discarding? I think we discard Aven Eternal. Because it's the worst of the cards in our hand. And then we have no attacks on this board. If Troll comes at Casmina, I think we put the Wizard under the Troll. Because I want to have a 1/1 for us to put the End to the God Eternals a mass onto. Oh no, so we block with Lazotep Reaver then, in that case actually. We block with Lazotep Reaver. Callous Dismissal the Herald. Bleh. Yep. This is still fine. Well, less fine. Depends if both go at Casmina. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Opponent's looking at their mana, I think. Because that dismissal did cost them 4 mana. And then reading Casmina. So Casmina's working as intended in this game. So, awkwardly... do we let Casmina die? So what are we doing next turn? Presumably, we're either replaying Herald or making Dambreaker. I guess we get an amass token when Herald dies to enter the God Eternals onto. And we could just draw a Spark Harvest or something. So this isn't the end of the world. So actually, maybe we do just do this block here and like jump here and keep Casmina around. Yes. Let's just trade off some stuff. Okay, so we do draw a land. That's actually pretty good. Because it means we get to play a land. We get to minus Casmina. We'll discard the Swamp. We're not entering the God Eternals, are we? Ooh, no we're not. We're going to play Dambreaker. And proliferate onto Casmina. Yep. Okay, off you go, opponent. Off you go. What's next, then? What's next? Centaur Nurturer. Yeah, cool. That's actually a reasonable target for Enter the God Eternals. The opponent doesn't have an attack here then, unless they want to trade Troll for Dambreaker. So we can play Drake and Weird in the same turn and get a trigger. Do we want to keep Casmina around on 2? Do we have any other Proliferate in our deck, or do we want to make a token? We've got Aid the Fallen in our deck to get her back, right? But I think I like just having Weird on the battlefield to get back into the God Eternals after we cast it and block this Strix. A yes to what? Yes to activate Casmina. Yeah, you're right. Oh no, we have Aid literally in our hand. So I guess we can discard Herald and feel okay about it, right? Because I don't want to discard this land because I do want to double spell. We can double spell next turn, actually. We can just double spell next turn. Oh, we could cast Aid this turn, actually. Yeah, that sounds much better. Fantastic. Okay. Let's do both. I'd like an Eternal, and I'd like a Casmina. There we go. That's the line. Do we have an attack? Not particularly. Although opponent has, what, 2, 3, 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other creatures, so we could just send with Dambreaker. 4 power on their other I don't think we need to rush things. Infinite Kashmina. Yeah, Kashmina's for days. So many Kasminas. Flux Channeler. That would be scary if opponent had any counters. Oh, I guess there's a counter here. I should stop being smug. Ooh, Spellkeeper Aid. Yeah, that's true. We have a grindy engine going on. We have a very grindy engine. Is this every time you play a second spell? And next time we just play like Eternal Weird. So, yeah, oh, so good. And if we do that, we get to get him with Thunder Drake as well. Or we could play Visionary Kasmina, actually. Is that better? No, it's not better. This is better. Because this advances our game plan. I mean, I would certainly take a code for 3 free packs. Sofa King Yoshi. Or if anyone else wants them as well, that's completely fine. Do I have an attack? Here I do. When was DreamHack Dallas? Yep. What's going to happen here? Something's going to happen here. Jaya's Greeting. Who could have foreseen this? I guess it's okay. Poor Thunder Drake. Thunder Drake was the beef. Thunder Drake was the beef. 2 for 1. I guess, yeah. And we're in pretty reasonable shape still. I think we get to start sending this turn, actually. Ooh, I just want to jam this Enter the God Eternals. Ooh, I just want to play Enter the God Eternals. I'm going to. Let's do this. What's opponent got? Hopefully nothing, obviously. Hopefully nothing. However, the opponent's reading Enter the God Eternals. Boom! What did we mill? Was that Cura's Dambreaker? Yeah. Alright, so opponent's splash color's gone. Now we just get to jam. Just with everything? Sure. Do. Like, opponent might eat a 2-2, but if they do, they're taking like 12. They take 10? Okay. 12, yeah, taking 12. This is fine. Flux Channel is chumping. I guess if opponent has a non-creature spell and this grows and eats the 2-2, that doesn't happen. Yep. So opponent has Challenger Troll versus the World, and luckily they can't have Massacre Girl this time. Yeah, opponent has an explosion for us. Which is pretty good. So 2-2 so far in this draft. Which makes me feel a bit better than the last one. What do we have here? Paradise Druid, so a bit of Vault progress. Let's play Game 5 with this deck, see how it goes. Let's see what we can do with Blue-Black Super Friends. The Wandering Scholar is our opponent this game. The Wandering Scholar. So we have a 2-land hand on the play with 2 2-drops. We have an Erratic Visionary. I think we'll keep this 7. We can't not realistically, it curves out. I am going to make Visionary on 2 though, because I would like some lands. We need lands to function. Let's see. Let's see. Opponent's thinking about their 7. We get to do things. Yep. Mountain. So we don't draw a land, we do draw Eternal. Let's make Visionary. I hope I don't have to use the Visionary to dig for lands, but I'm not above it. Opponent Jaya's Greetings as like a wizard. Jeez, opponent must be short lands too. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll take it. I think opponent thought we were at end of turn there. I guess they played it... Yeah. Yeah, so we could play Lazotep Reaver because we know opponent stumbled. And if we draw a land, we're not playing from too far behind. Yeah, we're just going to play Reaver. Next turn, though, if we brick, we're going to activate Reaver because we don't have any other plays. And we'll probably be discarding Dambreaker. Ooh, Khan's Bastion. Maybe the Scry was because they're color screwed. Yeah, they're black as well. Well, we draw the land. That was actually a very good draw because playing Eternal lets us Alpha Strike. Yep, get in with the crew. Opponent untaps. We'll see what they drew off onto the God Pharaoh. Well, they drew that black mana. And a Cronchicle. That's a large creature. Shuts down our ground offensive. Is opponent going to Spark Harvest the Eternal? Jeez. So... I don't really want to amass onto this to have it trade, is the thing. Do I just play Narset and get value off Narset? Or do I just play a 2-3? It can't attack alone, it can still block. No, it can block, so we can't run our creatures into the Crunch. I think... Do we just play Vizier of the Scorpion and attack with the 3-3? That feels real bad. But I guess for as long as we have the token, it's not going to improve. Maybe we'll just run Narset out. Let's draw a card. Okay, there were all our lands. Awkward. So we bottomed 4 lands, as you do. I guess at least opponent can't honour the whatevers again. Yep, sure. That's fine for us. Khan's Bastion with this token is something to pay attention to. What's opponent doing? Is opponent thinking about Spark Harvesting something else? Oh, sprinting the Reaver, so now Crunch gets to attack too. This is fine, because I'd like to trade off this 2-2 zombie for something. I was just... Sure. So, what do we do here? We block like this, do we? So what happens here? Because we don't care about Reaver, because Reaver's gonna be a 1-2 after this attack. And the 1-2 just bounces off either of these which survive. So I think this is acceptable. And then we'll try Narset again. Okay, so that's not land, which is fair enough. So do we actually want a Narset? Do we actually want a Narset if it's going to bottom lands again? I mean, how many lands do we have? We have 14, we have 10 lands in the top 24 cards of our deck. Oh, well, that's not many lands, is it? That's not many lands at all. Yeah, weird is okay. Reaver's actually great for us. Please attack. Oh, opponent won't attack with the 2/2. Okay, so there's a land. So now I think we do Narset, because I'd like to hit Kasmina. I'll take Kaya. Kaya's fine. So... yes, we did. So am I playing Vizier yet, is the question. I don't think I am. No, we're not. Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna like do something like block spell, Gorge a Weird, then if something horrible happens, get to sacrifice our way out of it and try and hit Orlando. Aid the Fallen on Obnixlis and Crunch. Sure. Resolves. Sword and Shield? I don't know. I might wait for reviews before deciding anything. Like, I want to say yes, but I really didn't enjoy Sun and Moon. Oh, no attacks? What a wizard. Do I want to sack this 2/2? Probably can't. Okay, so we drew Kasmina. Does Kasmina do anything here? Other than get attacked about a bit. We do need to draw lands, though. And actually, Enter the God Eternals is pretty good if we draw any land. Dovin? Is Dovin good here? Dovin is medium here. I don't think Dovin fits into what we're doing. I don't think Dovin does what I'd like Dovin to do. So opponent doesn't have second black for Ob yet. Ob. Yep. Yep. Yup. So opponent can Khan's Bastion to proliferate. Let's not forget that. So I think Kasmina's going to die. No, we want this token to die. So we trade off for Crunch like this. Kasmina does die, but she cycled, let us kill Crunch. And then this goes to Vizier of the Scorpion's better if we end up having to cast it. What's opponent's last card? Nothing. Okay, so we draw the mana. Cool. So I can't imagine opponent has a non-creature spell and can make this weird big. So this is kind of our last turn to Enter the God Eternals, the weird. So we have to do this now. Enter the God Eternals, mill them. Enter the God Eternals, mill you. Ooh, buy Heartfire. Hi, zombie. I imagine opponent will still be proliferating end of turn. Not attacking with the 2/3. Having this Narset in play is kind of useful as well. Because it does mean opponent's Obnixlis can't turn their Lazotep Reavers into cards. Just yet, anyway. Well, if opponent did go after Narset with everything, I'd probably just take the opportunity to eat the Reavers. Yeah, just that. Alright, let's trade. Let's trade. Oh no, he proliferated, or they proliferated. Yup, sure. Sure. And what? Aid the Fallen. Do we have a Planeswalker in the bin? Ooh, we have several Planeswalkers in the bin. Although we can't... So we could Aid the Fallen and get back like Eternal and Kasmina. And then cast Eternal. That's pretty okay. Such value. Kakar. No attacks. No attacks with the team. I wonder what happens now. Samut. Smoosher of Tyrants. Okay. Where's this card going? Bottom. That's good for us. Where's Reaver going? After Narset? Jeez. Opponent just hates Narset. So we're going to make a 2/2 next turn. We could just make Vizier next turn, actually, if we care enough. Ooh. Yeah, we block like this. Because I want to be able to threaten to kill Samut, which should make opponent feed the Reaver under the Spark Reaper. Next. Next. 2 at Samut, go. Yep.
You were the best of your crop.
Alright, Samut, calm down. So what do we do here? So this is going to be a 3/3 with the activation. So I think we just play Vizier. Do we? Or do we just let Narset die? We don't actually mind if Narset dies here, I think. What I don't want to do is play Kasmina and have the Reaver attack Kasmina instead. Actually, no, I will play the Vizier. Because, actually, I want to get rid of all our opponent's creatures so they can't Obnix list them into value. And this means attacking Narset is not very enticing at all. And if opponent does come in and kill this, we can still like Chumpy here. And then Samut will go down to our attack back, presumably. Even if opponent proliferates. Which is their whole turn. So that is completely acceptable. Completely acceptable. Opponent's thinking about it. It's a tough one. Opponent is in a tough spot. Let's see what happens. Yep. Opponent's bottoming again, which is good for us. This is quite an interestingly grindy game. I'm enjoying it. Nice HP Omen background. Thank you. I mean, it's the default, because I don't have a better one. I mean, I'm too lazy to have found a better one. There's a better way to put it. Yep, this attack is fine. This block happens. Yep. Ooh. Have we got a Planeswalker in the bin? Ooh. 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 I think we probably just play Kasmina, though, to try and hit land. Although we're actually 2 swamps off Kaya, so that's not strictly true. Well, whatever we do, we can do after combat, so we'll attack first. We might end up sacking something to Spark Reaper. Vizier. I'd actually quite like to make sure that Samut dies. Yep. Could just make Thunderdrake. Hopefully opponent isn't waiting on a second black to play another Massacre Girl, because it would sweep the board. As ever. If we do draw another land at any point, then we're in great shape. Yup. 3 mana. Or Tibbers.
The only thing to fear
Alright, Tibbers.
are painfully sloppy.
Oh, and another mountain. I feel for opponent. Ooh, there's a swamp. There's a swamp. So we can cast Mina Aid, which is like medium. But I'd like to Dam Breaker a counter on Drake at some point. So maybe Casmina Aid is fine. Because then Drake gets to kill Tybalt on its own. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Listen up, and I'll teach you a trick or two.
Let's see what we draw. Oh, it's a land.
Are the future.
It's not a swamp, so it can go in the bin. Then we'll cast Aid the Fallen. This isn't great value, but whatever. Reaver, Dovin. We're at the point of the game where Dovin is basically going to be hard removal for the majority of the game that's left. And this Reaver has additional value off Vizier's trigger, which does make me not want to attack into the Devil, but opponent's at 10. So, actually, opponent's at 10, so Eternal should go... Opponent has Khan's Bastion, so Drake should go here. I don't think we care about Death Touch Devils as much as getting in the damage. Getting in with the creatures. Proliferate, yep. Yep. Boom, boom. Oh, so Tybalt survives anyway.
Delicious violence.
Smart. Does this finally kill Narset?
My mind needs a rest.
But I mean, we're in a pretty good spot, even if it is about to unlock. Yeah. I wonder how long opponent was holding that swamp. Like, it feels a bit late for Obnixilis now.
I conquered. As a demon, I supplicate.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no, we just draw 2 cards. Ow.
Knowledge is not without pride.
Oh, opponent exploded. Okay. Congratulations. Okay, so battling back to a 3-2 in the draft so far. Cool. I'm just going to very quickly nip to the toilet. I will be back in a moment. So 3-2 with blue-black control so far. Well, blue-black super friends, I guess. Oh no, it was... You see any ninja past the camera? Don't know what that was. That was my ninja noise. Ninjutsu. Bit of Modern Horizons. Alright, we're waiting in the queue for too long. It's boosty time. Ah, we just fired. Ecos is our opponent. Or Echoes, I guess. Alright, let's skip the commons. What have we got? We have 3 mana spells, 3 lands. We'll keep it. We'll let our opponent mulligan while we look at our Swirling Torrent. Ministrant of Obligation. Rakdos Firewheeler. What is that as the rare? Oh, Captive Audience. Jeez, I suppose that's what you are right now. You are my captive audience. We've got Guildgate. No foil. Okay, what do we have? Land and Pass. At least the booster's over and done with by the time we have to start concentrating on the game. Burning Prophet, sure. That makes me want to run out. Well, Vizier of the Scorpion gets cleanly answered by Chandra's Pyro Helix, so we'll just make it weird. Combo. Land and Pass from our opponent. That's good for us. Here's Casmina. Casmi outside, how about that?
Every day is a new
Okay, so 5th land. Am I insane for wanting to bin one of these Aid the Fallens? Yeah, good thinking, Bad Magic. Good thinking. Okay, what's happening now? Turret Ogre. Slake and onion. Ooh. Ooh. Only awkward thing is, I guess. I guess we have Spellkeeper weird, so we could even discard the other aid if we hit the Swamp off Casmina. Or if we hit Swamp, we'll just discard Island, actually. That's probably better.
My students
Well, we didn't hit either, but I definitely want to cast Enter the God Eternals on that Turret Ogre. Maybe we'll just lose Vizier. Not into the Vizier. We could mill ourselves, but what do we hit? Ashiok, Tibalt, and Honor the God Eternal. Okay, I'm happy with that outcome. I think we can probably send for our point of damage. Oh yeah. Opponent would have to kill 2 creatures to get to Casmina. I guess we shouldn't have attacked with Weird, because opponent could have Nahiri, and then they kill Weird before we get back into the God Eternals. Luckily, opponent just has nothing. Okay, so Kaya needs 2 proliferates to do anything particularly exciting. So I think we'll just make Dambreaker. Proliferate onto both our permanents. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Don't attack with Weird, actually. I mean, we don't have mana up, so we may as well attack with Weird. And then we're going to make another wizard after combat. I'm guessing this means... Oh, but no, opponent just has nothing. What's going on our opponent's side of things, do we think? Bye, Casmina.
My students are loyal and brilliant.
Bye, Felicia. If that was 5 mana. Ooh, maybe they were just color screwed all along and this was a splash. Well, that's a Manticore. Yaskaya. Get that card out of here. Okay, so if opponent doesn't block one of the 5 power creatures, they die. So they have to chomp with one, and the other gets to bounce off Weird. So if they do block one of these, and the 2/2, they take 2, 7, 9. So there's no reason to send with Weird on this attack. Doesn't change anything. It would get 1 point of damage through, but then Kaya would potentially be at risk. For all it matters. But like Massacre Girl would acquire some value here. When does she not? We've gotten by her twice in 2 days as well. Twice in 2 days, Massacre Girl's gotten us. Hope everyone's having an excellent Sunday wherever they are, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening. It's been kind of rainy over here all afternoon, but that just means you can play Magic without needing an excuse. This game's over, whatever. Minus on the 4/2. Oh, Bolt Bend, no! Wow, I mean, we've got enough creatures to get around the 2, so it doesn't really matter, right? Sure. Well, the opponent got to Bolt Benders, which is kind of sweet. But I guess if opponent's going to do mean things... Allow me to demonstrate the power of the God Eternals. Go, my zombie army. Claim Ravnica as my own. There we go. Kaboom. So 4-2 now with blue-black. Ooh, we're back up to plat 3. So after our shameful 0-3 start to the day, we've restored some of our dignity. League Guild Mage is the reward card. Alright, let's go. Game number 7 with this deck. This deck is very sweet. Also, getting to kill someone with ASHIOK earlier was fantastic. Haven't done that in the format so far, so I can cross it off the bucket list. Okay, so Sparkheim is our opponent. This is a keepable hand. This is a very keepable hand. Ooh, ASHIOK. I'll take that. Especially because we didn't have anything to do on 3. What's our opponent's turn 2 play? Can it not be an aggressive Boros deck again? Okay, Gateway Plaza is the opposite. I'll take that. Vizier of the Scorp. I think we'll still probably play ASHIOK on 3 though. Depending if we can turn this 1-1 into value beforehand. So opponent's green-red. Maybe his opponent's like green with cards. This is a 2-3, isn't it? Maybe we just play Spellkeeper Weird this turn, actually. And just sit behind, like, 1/4s forever. Or we could... yeah, we'll play Spellkeeper Weird. And if opponent attacks with Grizzly, we'll go for a triple block on it. And hopefully the 1/1 dies as part of the triple block. And then we get to play ASHIOK. Well, we'll see what opponent does. Centaur Nurturer, yeah, sure. I wonder what our opponent's bombs are going to be. Because you don't do this, really, unless you have something nice going on. Maybe it's not ASHIOK time. Opponent didn't want to attack into the 1/4, which is good for us. Makes me want to just play Thunder Drake. Cacaw. No attacks. No attacks. Only Drakes. Gill Globe, sure. Yeah, opponent's splashing some sweet cards, I imagine. Don't Sarkin me, bro. Do not do it. Do not do it. Yep. Oh, okay. That could be a more intimidating splash. But who am I to comment, really? ASHIOK to mill their sweet cards. Nah, because what I'm looking to do is double spell our 3s on 6 if we draw another land to get the counter on the Drake. Unfortunately, as sweet as that would be, it's okay though. We'll start ASHIOKing soon. Both our graveyards are looking pretty empty. Let's see. 4 cards in Sparkheim's hand. Basically, any color of mana they could possibly want between the Globe, the Nurturer, and the Gateway Plaza. They could literally cast Niv Mizzet Reborn right now. Which would be okay for us if we draw a Swamp. Spooder. If we get to double spell, that Spooder doesn't do anything. We don't get to Spooder. Is the board stable? It looks pretty stable. Opponent has 1 more creature than us, but as the defender, I imagine their attacks go poorly. So I think we can just begin the ASHIOKing. Yeah? Or we could Narset. I don't think we really have much that costs 2 that we'd want to play that we could hit off Narset. I think we just start the ASHIOK grind. Let's see what we hit. Arlen. Ooh, we took Arlen off the top of the deck.
That was nice. Yum yum.
No attacks. Let's see what happens next. I feel so sad that we just like don't have anything to get back with weird yet. Maybe we should ASHIOK ourselves to put cards in our graveyard. I think it's target opponent anyway, right? Oh, we literally can mill ourselves with ASHIOK. Wow, I was being facetious. It actually works. It mills a player and then exiles an opponent's graveyard. Or each opponent's graveyard. Wow! Ooh, opponent's got black mana there. Maybe that's just because they have Vizier in the deck. Je ne sais pas. Ooh, Spark Harvest. I mean, that's probably fine for me, right? We know we have two unlikely aids. An opponent has a Prismite. Ooh, Strix and Narset. That's a pair of double spells for us. Caca. Narsetti Spaghetti. Trigger.
My prowess.
Minus.
Meditate.
Ooh, okay, this is... So... I feel like we can't not take Aid the Fall. You want to take Enter? I mean, does it do anything? Like, the board is currently gridlocked anyway. And if we get ASHIOK back, we can use ASHIOK to kill our opponent. Yeah. Also, Aid the Fall and ASHIOK is actually another double spell turn for Thunderdrake. I'm not Boar. I'm just high on ASHIOKs. I mean, it's maybe right seeing as ASHIOK's the only card in our graveyard. Oh no. Opponent's casting mana. Or tapping mana. Oh, they're grizzlying. Don't you sass me. Don't you sass me, bad magic. We'll have none of that. Okay. Well, let's see. What do we draw? Oh, we drew the swamp. We drew the swamp. So we can now Kaya if we ever want to. How much mana does the opponent have? Like 7. So they only get 1 Grizzly activation each turn anyway. Yeah, whatever. Just give me back my ASHIOK. Ooh, and we actually have the Spellkeeper Weird in play. Oh. Oh. I return ASHIOK from the graveyard to my hand. Triggers. Yeah, I guess we want to ASHIOK as much as possible. Mill you.
It makes your night.
Ooh, that. Oh, did you see that mill? Did you see what we just milled? Nicol Bolas and Finale of Eternity. Jeez. It's a good job we listened to me, right? Not that that's results-oriented thinking or anything. Narset, come on. Is there any reason to attack? I mean, probably, seeing as this is 7 damage. But then what do opponents' attacks into our Planeswalkers look like? Sit back. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're definitely right there. If we've decided ASHIOK is the way we want to win this game, we can't just, like, break the board stall at the same time. Okay. Well, this looks like another Grizzly activation. One day you might hit opponent, but it's not this day. Cool. So opponent explodes. So 5 and 2 in the war draft so far. 5 and 2. Cool. Oh, ooh, 10th win of the day, so we get a pack as well. Which is a good job, because I've run out of paper boosties that are to hand. What's the rare? Tomic. That's okay. I don't know how many I've got already, but I need them for mono white. Resume the draft, though. let's go. Straight back in the queue. Waiting. Dun, 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 dun. What was our first pick in this draft? Oh, it was Dreadhorde Twins. What was it over? I feel like it was over a card that would have been great in this deck. I can't remember. I might just be lying. Don't know. I think it was a green card, actually. And I was just like, nope, not taking green cards. 18 Din Din is our opponent. And this is a hand that we can certainly keep. Lands and spells. Lands and spells. I actually remember to play a swamp when it might be relevant this time. But it doesn't end up being. We're going to play Spark Reaper unless opponent gives us a reason not to. Lazotep Reaver is not a reason not to. Yep. Excuse me. Here is the Reaper of Sparks. So, opponent's red-black. So we're thinking like Heartfires, playable cards, like Spark Harvest, I guess. Yep. Wow, okay. I guess opponent just wanted to get value off that 1-1. I think we just play Thunder Drake here. If opponent does anything too scary next turn, we have the option to Vizier plus Harvest, or we can just hardcast Harvest. Blind Blast. Alright, enjoy. Enjoy your wee blind magic. Bad magic, even. It's because they play Blind Blast. So we're not casting Spark Harvest, that's for sure. Opponent Blind Blasted the Drake. So do we get in for 2 with it? Probably not. I think we just play like Vizier and pass. Do we? Yes, we do. His opponent's been playing this game quite aggressively so far. Oh, opponent just passes through. Well. I mean, guess we'll kill a Reaver and mill them. Is this going to get Heartfired so we don't gain 4 life? Heartfire, kill the Drake. Yeah, sure. So we don't gain 4. We did hit a Tithe, whatever giant off the... So... I feel like getting in for 5 is a good idea. Pass. We don't really need our 5/5 to have Death Touch anymore. So I would trade this Vizier for the 1. Wah! That's a lie. We have a Spark Harvest I'd kind of like. We don't really need to double spell, actually. I do want this Enter the God Eternals back at some point. And this 1/4 just bricks the 1/1. And we have draws like Aven Eternal that makes having a Vizier on the board profitable for us. I think we just take 2 to keep that dream alive. Spark Harvest happens. That's okay. Another Opportunist. So this Spellkeeper we're... Ooh. Speaking of double spell. What's better than 1 Spellkeeper weird? 2 Spellkeeper weird. No attacks. So anything we draw off the top of our deck is good here. Literally anything. Because if it's land, we can crack a weird, Enter the God Eternals. If it's not land, we can just cast what we draw, right? Apart from Kaya. And then we've got a Kaya in hand. Vampire Opportunist. Okay. So, there's the land. Let's trade a weird in for an Enter the God Eternals. Let's thank the auto-tapper that it didn't get us there. May as well get in with the 1/4. Cool. Pretty sweet cards in our opponent's graveyard. Manticore. So, what do we do here? What do we do here? Feels kind of all in. But I also kind of like it. Get back into the God Eternals. Let's make an 8/8 army. Kill your army, mill you. Ooh, Chandra too, and Electromancer. Jeez. And then Jam. And then Jam. Opponent took it. Don't know if that's a good sign. Opponent's deck's also 11 cards. Nice. So we got there. So 6 and 2 now. Getting to play our finals. In that case, what we'll do is we'll get the deck up. Obligatory print screen. And then we'll jump right back into the queue. Oh, it needs to give us our reward. Lightning there, sure. Oh no, what am I looking for? We'll get MS Paint up. Cool. The image editing software of Kings. Just so we have the deck screenshot, just in case we pull a 7 wins out of the bag. Although we have been sat at 2 losses for a while now, so... But every game's independent. We'll see what happens. We're playing Billy the Kid. Battling Billy the Kid. So, we're on the play, but if we draw lands, this hand is pretty fantastic. So let's see if we are capable of drawing lands. Ooh, we are. Alright then. Alrighty then. If opponent doesn't do anything too threatening, we're just going to run ASHIOK out on 3. Burning Prophet I wouldn't consider threatening. And we draw another land for Herald. Right, here's ASHIOK. This is where the fun begins. Ooh, that was a good hit. 4 non-land spells, no attacks. No, not attacking. Not attacking. Do we play Drake or Herald? Definitely Herald. Definitely Herald. Yeah. Snap block. I don't care if it... Are you going to like kill the 1/1 or something? Yeah, Pyrohelix. What does Pyrohelix do? Is this taking a 1 off ASHIOK? Okay. Sure. Ooh, there's Aid the Fallen. Hey, Lamau. Alright, Herald. ASHIOK minus. What do we hit there? A few more lands this time. Cool. Opponent's deck's aggressive. Goblin Assailant will put ASHIOK to 1. Snap block. Like that. You making this attack? Yep, you are. You gonna blind blast me or something? Chandra's Triumph. That's fine. Are we blocking with the 2/2? Are we blocking with the 2/2? Yes, we are. We literally have Aid the Fallen and we're at 20 life. If we could draw a 5th land, I'd really enjoy that. No follow-up. No follow-up. Lovely. Let's mill 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good mill. We'll play Thunder Drake. Because if opponent finds a way to get to ASHIOK, then next turn we get to Aid the Fallen, replay ASHIOK, get our trigger, and mill the opponent. Jeez. Opponent's deck is pretty stacked. I mean... Turret Ogre, okay. So we could have a problem. So what are we doing here? Do we have a problem? I don't think we do. Oh, we kind of do. We kind of do. The opponent's on 16 cards in library. I guess we can Aid the Fallen and recast and just cast Dovin and like Dovin the Turret Ogre. That seems pretty good actually. Aid the Fallen, target both. Give me Lazotep Reaver, I think. Yeah, give me Lazotep Reaver, give me ASHIOK. And then let's make a Dovin. And then let's Dovin this Ogre.
Boxes are made to be thought outside of.
And the next turn we can just get to make 2 chump blockers and an ASHIOK. And start ticking down again. Yeah, okay, we're on 18. How? I imagine Prophet dinks Dovin. Yep. Excuse me. Kind of made a noise there with my beverage. Swamp. ASHIOK. Minus. That was a good hit again. Reaver. Dovin and Ogre. Go ahead.
Of your imperfections is maddening.
This game is all about ASHIOK. Yep. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Snap off the blocks. Opponent hasn't run out of non-creature spells yet, apparently. Wow, they had a 3rd Chandra's Triumph? Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. Mill opponent. They have 6 cards remaining. Kiora's Dambreaker. Yep. Give ASHIOK another counter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just those 2, sure. ASHIOK down. Opponent has 5 turns to win the game from here. Into this Dambreaker. Go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Bond of Passion would go a long way towards it if they had 6 lands. What have we taken? How many lands do they have left, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in their remaining 5 cards, they should have like 5 lands, right? So actually, unless they're playing like a very low curve, they're just going to feed everything to this Hellion. So, wait. How many lands do we see in exile? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lands in exile, 5 on the battlefield. Their remaining 4 cards have to be land. Yeah, sure. So we just have to deal with this board as presented. Okay, Spellkeeper Weird goes a long way to doing that. Go ahead. Because if we untap with Spellkeeper Weird, we get to crack it, Aid the Fallen, Ashiok, mill them out. Yeah, there's a land. These 3 cards are land. 100%. I would be willing to bet a large amount of money on those being all lands. Okay, so the way we're blocking this is this here, and just like take 10. Yeah. Yep, resolves. I mean, yeah. Cool. Also, I'm excited to mill these to see if they are exactly lands. Because counting, they should be lands. Alright, so Spellkeeper Weird. Get back Aid the Fallen. Don't you auto-tap me out of this. Aid the Fallen. Both modes. I don't care. I guess Spellkeeper Weird and Ashiok. Cast Ashiok. Ooh, I hope I see 3 lands come over the top. Land, land, land. So smart. And that's game. No attacks. 7-2. Nice. That was a good draft. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very much. Hopefully you did as well. Nice.